Hey, what is up everyone, and welcome back to the Animus, and thank you so much for the support that was given to me while I was doing the GBWC entry. Everything came out well. I want to give a huge shout out to the Hobbytown guys and everybody that's involved in the event for running such a good event, and all the other builders that I met while I was at the event. It was very humbled, and I was very excited to go and very happy to see that other builders went out there to enjoy that time with us, and it was great so far. So now going back to the grind, I know that we said that we had a few kits that we've been moving around that had arrived, and there were third party. Thanks to our friends over at Gundam Central again for this unboxing that we are doing today, because we are unboxing the big boy Lizard. And let me tell you, this box is enormous. Take a look at that. Now, In-Era has been releasing kits like this, and they've been so solid so far. All their boxes are actually pretty hefty. The box arts are great. Everything is super solid. When they ship the boxes also come very secured, so you don't have to worry about any damages that come with them. Now, the box is not just big, but it's also very heavy, so you can really tell that there's a lot of runners inside. Judging from the art in In-Era, they always go above and beyond with the designs when it comes to their mobile suits. Turning it to the side, you do have some poses. It shows you the inner frame of the Lizard with the auto shell, with all the mechanics of all the ports open and everything like that. You do have some extra art, additional details with the base that's also included with the model kit, and you also have all the compartments and mechanics available with the kit. Going on to this side right here, you do see that you have a little bit of an art on this side as well. And you know, I apologize for the camera angle. It's just the highest that I could get the camera because the box is super long. And then you do have the same art on this side. Moving over to the other side, you do have the Lizard again, and it shows you the dual Gatling weapon system here with the poses and the art. I am really looking forward to building this kit. And then moving on to the back art of the box, you do have the Lizard here in a kind of like a blueprint type of design, and you do have all the other stuff done with him. Now, I love the fact that they did a metal pre-coating on this kit, and I'm really going to enjoy building this. So now let's go ahead and open up the box and see what's inside. Now, when you open up the box, you are clearly met with very organized runners. They're all plastic protected. Now, I know that we've covered how good it is that most of these companies are now shipping their parts, and they're actually paying the extra detail when it comes to protection for their parts, organizing them before they ship them. And In-Era has not disappointed with any of their kits, which is why I am glad that they keep the consistency when it comes to their quality control. Now, moving on for the contents of the box, the first runner that we have here, we are met with some white runners, as well as some inner frame runners, and some clear electric blue parts. Now, I want to say that the amount of detail that you can see in that, it's insane. And it's really nice that most of these companies are starting to add all these clear parts as well to their kits, because they're not only clear, but they're also designed, like they have actual designs in them. It's not just some random mold. Moving on for other inner designs, we do have some more frame pieces. Now, I do want to mention something that I just saw here, and it is that the inner frames do have different shades of gray, which is actually really good for color separation. Here we have a little bit more inner frame as well as detailed parts for the weapons, and these are actually in a dark gray as well, so the color is a little bit different than the other two grays that we just saw. We do have like this dark cool gray, which is also different from the other armor piece, so there's a lot of color separation in this inner frame. All right, so we start seeing some armor pieces here, which is like in a cool dark blue, and this looks really good. The amount of detail that went into making this kit is also crazy. In-Era always makes kits like this. I know that for a fact that most of their kits that I've built, they've also been high in detail and great when it comes to panel lining and stuff like that. So if you are looking into getting one of the newer third-party kits that are coming out, this is definitely one for the books. Let me go ahead and set this to the side so we can go ahead and keep going. All right, so we start to see weapons here and pieces. So this must be the actual feed belt for the Gatlings, which is actually really good. Love the fact that they included some more inner pieces, but instead of just normal gray color, they went ahead and gave us like that olive green. That looks really good. Here you have some more. Oh, this is actually the base. So this is actually the base, and it comes in a solid black. It does have a lot of detail for those of you that are looking to probably customize the base or paint it. It definitely could be. You could definitely paint this model kit completely, actually. All right, so we do have some more inner frame here, which is going to be the same gray as the first one we pulled out. And now we start getting into the metallic coating plastics. Now, I know that some people ask me about the plastics and what's the difference between metal coating and actually metal injection. The metal coating will always have like that little reflective and that quality paint, like a somebody sprayed paint on them. And metallic injection, you can actually see mold lines and stuff like that. It's just not pretty when it comes to that. The perfect example I can give you is if you look at the Master Grade Extreme Strike Freedom, where some of their parts were like coated and then you can actually see the molded parts, which were kind of ugly, and maybe you should repaint them if you do decide to get that kit. So here we have some good silver pieces, and then we have some coating for some gold parts here, and the amount of detail is crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Great for panel lining, great for display. I'm loving that so far. All right, so it seems to be here we got some more inner frame and additional parts. Here we got some more gold pieces, which look great. This looks like pistons and stuff. This is gonna look really good. All right, so here we have the base itself, which you put your little art card in there, which should be in the box somewhere. And then you do have more inner frame parts there. Here we have some parts that were specifically packed individually. So I'm not sure what these are for, but because we haven't gone through the manual yet, but keep that in mind. If you see it back like this, just set it to the side. Make sure you don't lose them because they seem very important. Here we have another runner that is going to be for the belt feeder for the Gatlings. This is going to look really nice. All right, so here we have the last runner with inner frame. That's a lot of runners. So here we have one of the last runners of the box itself, where it's all with the silver painting. And I want you to look at the detail that went into making this kit. Because for those of you that love panel lining or love painting the additional details, instead of just painting the whole kit, but you just like giving it that extra touch, it really does seem like this is one of the kits that you could do so. Up next, we have the clear parts, and you guys know that I hate clear parts and clear beam effects, but these third-party kits, let me tell you, look at the amount of detail that went into that. That's just crazy. You know, it's just, I do really hate beam effects, but stuff like this is, I make the exception. All right, everyone, so here we have the manual itself. The manual seems pretty straightforward. If you go through the manual, it'll show you all, you know, standard page with all the runners and everything that you have, everything that you're going to need for your build, and all the kits and all the parts that it's going to use. It doesn't seem like you're not going to use any parts. In-air is always really good of not repeating their runners, so that's actually really good. Here you have, they start you off by having you build the model stand by itself for itself with all the pieces and all the parts there. That's actually really nice. And then you move on into moving the actual model kit itself. I love the fact that their guides have always been very, very detailed compared to other companies that are out there. In-air has always kept in tip-top shape when it comes to their detailing for their manuals. Haven't encountered any corrections or anything like that yet, but I'm sure there's some out there. And in the last page, you also have the manual for the decals. Love this. Definitely love this. In every model kit that they release, they always make sure they include a manual, and that's always great. And you can see in the front and the back, you do have the lizard in the front, lizard in the back. Definitely a nice and detailed manual. And last in the box, we have a lizard box. Now, let's go ahead and open this box up, see what's inside. All right, so here we have the actual armors for the kid himself, and it does seem to be in a dark red. Doesn't seem to have a lot of color separation, or maybe I'm mistaken. I am mistaken. So you do have a bright red and you have a dark red on the colors for the model kit itself. Just keep going here. Yeah, so you do have about 4 or 5 runners with the dark red, and then you have about 4 runners with the actual bright red. And look at the amount of detail on these parts. It's going to look really good once panel lined. All right, and inside here we do have the, all right, these are the belts for the actual feed loaders itself. So once you go ahead and load it all up, load all the plastics here, it's going to be flexible. So this is just like a plastic, it looks like a car belt. Yeah, this looks like an AC belt, like somebody grabbed an AC or condenser belt. And if you look at it, you can actually tell that this was like some sort of belt. But I digress. Either way, you go ahead and set, this is what you're going to need to set up your Gatling feed belt. So just make sure you don't lose that. Up next here, this looks like to be just a little piece of cardboard there. And in here, we do have the metal stickers for the kit. They do seem like normal metal stickers, so just be very careful when you're putting them on the kit so you don't damage them. You do have the card for the stand, and you do have the water slide decals. We are building the tastier here on the channel, and we are also going to be building this, so it's going to be a double feature when it comes to builds on my channel. I just wanted to make sure that I gave you guys an unboxing, since I know I told you guys I was going to delay the video after GBWC, and this was the video that was going to be released, which was going to be the unboxing for the lizard. So keep a lookout, because the tastier review is going to be released in the next couple of days, and this one will be basically right after, because we are going to build this at the same time. So we might have a double video week where I release one and then the other for the lizard. So keep a lookout for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.